Hi, and welcome to SwimTopia, home of intuitive team and meet software you'll love to use. My name is Megan, and I am one of the customer happiness specialists here at SwimTopia. I'm a swim parent and a volunteer just like you. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Our quick how-to videos cover a variety of topics that will help you get the most out of our software. In today's how-to video, we will discuss defining and assigning roles. This will be a brief introduction to the topic to get you started, and we suggest watching our full workshop webinar for more information. A link is provided in the description below as well as at the end of this video. The main purpose of roles is to allow for efficient communication to groups of people and to manage access within the managed team area based on permissions. Any parent or athlete on your team can be assigned to a role so that you can group the people on your team for various purposes. As you watch this video, think about which groups you'd like to identify and categorize on your team. This can include board members, key volunteers who need partial admin rights, coaches, committee members, and more. Roles last all season and are a way to group parents, swimmers, or volunteers, a way to communicate with certain members of your team, and a way to give partial administrative access to members who need it. Many board members and other volunteers only need access to particular areas such as people, registration, meets and events, or reporting. You can grant partial privileges based on a role to limit access for each volunteer. Since these role assignments are associated with seasons, it's easier to manage these. We highly recommend this as opposed to having multiple red badge admins on your team. Keep in mind that red badge admins have full access to all sections of your site, and there is not a tracking feature showing which admins made particular changes, so it is important to select these team members carefully. To manage your roles, click on the Roles tab at the top of the admin panel. To create a new role, click on the green button, give your name a role, and provide a description if necessary. Now you need to decide if this role is reassigned every season. If the setting "This role is reassigned every season" is checked, this is considered a seasonal role and the assignments will be reset at the start of each new season. All members who were assigned to those roles last season will no longer be assigned to those roles in your new season. They will not show up on your people page, and you will not be able to add them to a new role until they register or you manually affiliate them with the current season. In this example here, parent AAB is in a role that is reassigned each season. That means the box is checked, and you can see that parent AAB, when we switch from our 2023 to our 2024 season, is no longer on your roster because that role only applies to the current season. If we go to roles and we try to add them to the role that they were originally in, you can also see that they are not available to be added to this role assignment because they do not have a current affiliation for this season. If the setting "This role is reassigned every season" is unchecked, role assignments will carry over from season to season. Once you've updated your current season, people assigned to these roles will show on the people page in your roster with this role badge next to their name. They won't have the parent badge until they have completed the registration form. If a member is not returning to one of these roles in the new season, you'll need to manually remove them from their role assignment. In our previous example, in our 2023 season, parent AAA is in a role that is not reassigned each season, which means they will remain in that role until you remove them from it. You can see when we switch to our 2024 season, this parent is now added to your current season, but they do not have that parent designation and they will not get it until they register. After you have decided if this role is reassigned every season or not, you have the option of choosing how many people you would like to fill this role, if applicable, and the number of points this position is worth, if your team uses points to track your volunteers. You can also elect to mark roles as exempt volunteers, which means that when they are checking out during the registration process, they do not need to choose volunteer jobs if your team requires those during registration. The last option you have is granting administrative permissions. There are 3 options: no administrative permissions, all administrative permissions, which would be the same as a red badge admin, but you could assign this to a role that does not repeat each season. And then finally, some administrative permissions. If you choose some administrative permissions, you will then have the option of choosing what they have access to, whether they can read it, which is where they can view the data but not make changes, or manage, where they can edit, add, and remove data. For more information on what you may want to select on these options, please see our Role-Based Permissions Help Center article, which is linked in the description below this video, for a full chart of options. Once you've created your role, you may now assign team members to this role. Members need to have a current season affiliation in order to be selected. Click on the Assigns Role button in the top right of the screen. To add a member, you can either click their name from the list on the right. These are your preferences that were collected at registration. If you hover over, you can see when they registered and their swimmers. Click their name and they're added. Or you can choose the Add and Remove button and start typing in their name. And once you find them on the list, click on their name and they will be added. To remove someone from a role, you can either click on the X next to their name on this screen and be sure to save your changes, or you can click on the X on this screen. And again, they will be removed from this role. To learn more about managing access for your site admin and coordinator roles, visit our Help Center at help.swimtopia.com and search for roles. We have many articles that will help you on your way.